everybody. So here I am, messy hair and all. It's just going to be a thing from now on. We're just going to have to get used to it. It's just going to be there. We're going to worry about our faces, and our hair is just not going to happen because we don't have time for both. So for today's video, I am going to be doing some work with the Puerto Rico palette from BH Cosmetics. This is a new palette, and I'm excited to use it. I'll show you what it looks like. It is gorgeous. These colors right here, talk about bold and bright and beautiful and just my type. I used this color right here, which is called La Fortaleza. You know I'm going to butcher these names. But anyway, I use this color on my brows, like how they turned out. And then I carved them out and primed my lids and right underneath my eyes with the Younique Touch Skin Solution Concealer in Scarlet. And I used to do my brows, I used the Kat Von D number 70 brow brush. And I used the Elli brow soap. And I used, for the concealer, I used the Morphe E19 brush. And then I used the Morphe M210Brush brush to blend it all out. So, that's what I've used on my face so far. And without further ado, let's get on to the video, my friends. Okay, so to start off this look, I'm going to go in with the Morphe M433 brush, and I'm going to go into this color Flamenco. Flamenco, it's a pale pink color, and I'm going to put that in my crease. Just going to go just a little bit above my crease because of my hooded lids. But I'm just going to move that back and forth in windshield wiper mode. Motions. And then in circular motions out by the outer corner. Doobie-doobie-doo. So how have you guys been? Our town has been through some tragedy. I'm going to tell you what. My heart just can't take much more. I'm being honest. My heart just cannot take much more. I'm an empath on top of that. It's already hard enough for normal people. Well, not normal people. Is there a name normal people? But for people who are not empaths, it's hard enough. But for me, my heart is breaking. I mean, it's literally breaking for these people. I just can't handle this kind of stuff. I end up getting into a deep depression when things like this are going on. It's just hard. It's very, very hard. I take a distance from social media because of it. And it's just hard. Especially when people my age or younger are dying. That's just... Okay, so I've got Flamenco in the crease and right above the crease. Notice that you'll see a natural highlight to the brow bone because I've carved out with that light color concealer. I can still add a highlight there, but if I choose not to, I've still got that natural highlight, so it brings those brows up and opens up the eye there too. Collab, maybe? Dab that into there just a little bit. I'm going to go just a little bit below where I put that other color. So more in the crease than I did before. Not quite above the crease, more in the crease. And my dog's going to start barking because that's what she does when I get on a live or film a video. That's just what she does. If the kids aren't here, it's the dog. So get that in there, and that is bold, but I love it. So, so pretty. Okay? Then we're going to get down to business. I'm going to take this compact brush. This is the Morphe M210 210. I think that's a 0. Yes, 210. And I'm going to dampen this with a little bit of setting spray. And I'm going to go into Vieques. This one right here. And I'm going to put this all over the lid. Oh, that's beautiful. So stinking pretty. I'm just going to dab a little bit in the inner corner. Just because it's gorgeous. And we like it. All the way up to the crease, but not over the crease. Okay. Same thing on the other side. That shadow in. Okay, then I'm going to back in with that orange color again, just to reinforce that and to blend the two shadows together. And see, this is why I do my lids first before my base makeup, so I can correct things like that right there. Okay. Alright, and then one last touch, I'm going to go back in with a little bit more condensed brush. It's still a fluffy brush, but it's more condensed, and this is the Morphe M210 Brush. I'm going to go in with, then I'm going to go in with the shade I use for my brows, La Fortaleza maybe? I don't know. These Cuban names, I don't know. Dab that in, and I'm just going to put a touch of it on the outer corner just to reinforce the shape of the eye and pull this look together. Circular motions to blend, and then just a little bit into the crease. Same thing on the other side. Okay. Then I'm going to take a makeup wipe and clean that up just a little bit. And I'm using the Younique cleaning cloths. They look like this. And what I like to do is open up the cloths all the way. And then I take some scissors and I cut them into pieces because I don't always use the cleaning cloths in one time. And that'll save you some money on the cloths. So I'm going to get some. Okay, I'm back. I like these especially because they keep my skin soft. They're not harsh. They don't have any harsh chemicals in them. I'm not allergic to them. Some of them contain things that make me have allergic reactions, and these don't. And it has, I don't know, it just has something in it that just feels so smooth and clean and silky when I use them. So this is the brand of cleaning cloths that I like to use. And I'm going to go down here and clean up the eye. Get the fallout. Make that edge nice and sharp. Just like that. Touch it up just a little bit. Okay, now we're good. Then we're going to go into our face makeup. Before I do my makeup, I always like to use my Younique Beauty Oil. It's the Uplift Beauty Oil. Feels amazing on the skin. It has things that keep your skin looking younger. It is an oil, so it feels a little oily at first, but you let it go into the skin and dry for a few minutes. And everyone will be talking about how much your face is glowing and how you have this natural glow about you. And it's so beautiful. And I just take it down the neck, and then the leftovers I just rub on my hands. Okay, so we'll let that dry in. And then I'm going to get my primer. Today I'm going to be using, let's see, I'm going to be using the Sophia and Mabel I Woke Up Like This Skin Perfecting Primer. I got it in an Ipsy bag. I wanted to try it out. See what it's like. It's the jelly-like consistency, which I love. It's a little bit thinner than the one I've been used to using. The one I've been used to using is a little thicker. So we'll see how this does. Probably should let my oil dry a little bit too, but it's okay. We'll give this a few minutes all to seep in. Okay, so we'll give this a few minutes, and then I'm just going to rub what's left of this primer on my hands because it feels pretty good. We'll give this a few minutes to seep in, and then we'll start with our base makeup. Okay, so I'll be right back. So I'm back. I've let everything seep into my skin and get my skin ready, and I'm going to try something a little bit different today. I'm going to do my concealer under my foundation and see what happens. So I've got my skin I've got my Skin Perfecting Concealer, and I'm going to start right here, and right here, and right here, and right there. We'll blend that in. We'll put it in a couple of other places. I'm blending it with a dry beauty blender. Don't have this damp this time. And the dogs are going crazy. Nothing I can do about it. They see somebody outside next door, and they just think that it's appropriate just to go nuts. So what do? You just listen for it to go away. That's what you do. Okay, I'm going to do the other eye. And this is one of the beauty buds that comes in the Younique pack of 2 beauty buds. One is the larger purple one, and then this is the smaller pink one. I use this one for my eyes and the larger pink one for my face. Larger purple one. Did I say larger pink one? Larger purple one for the face. And this is when you can really carve out your eyeshadow as well. If you didn't get it just right with the makeup wipe. Okay, so I've brightened up my under eye area. Now I'm going to go down my nose. And it takes very little of this product, so make sure you clean off the end of the doe foot applicator before you start putting it on, because you're not going to need that much. A lot goes a long way. So these are the areas that I put my concealer, and apparently in my hair as well. And see what I mean about a little goes a long way, because I put just a dab right there and I'm able to do all the way up the side of my nose and down the side of my mouth with that. Like, a little bit goes a long way. Excuse me, digestive system working overtime today. I pull this down and then tap. Pull this out and down. It dries quickly too, so be aware of that. Okay, so we'll try that today, the concealer before the face makeup, and see what happens. Alright, for the face makeup, we're going in with the Younique Touch Serum Plus Foundation. This foundation has a serum in it, so you get skincare plus foundation. It's 12-hour wear, transfer proof, has all the good ingredients, and I just love it. You do want to shake it to mix the serum in with the foundation, and then you want to turn it, and this little guy pops up here, so you can turn it open, pop your popper just a couple of times. That's going to clean out your dropper and get you some fresh foundation in there. And then I just squirt one big squirt onto my palette, which looks like this, and that'll be linked in the bio too if you want to get that palette. Then I take my Kabuki brush and I dab it into that, and I put all the dots on my face. And we're going to blend it in. I stipple it into the skin for a fuller coverage. You can do a medium coverage if you want to by just spreading it onto the face. But I do a fuller coverage. I want to stipple it into the skin. I love the coverage of it. It's lightweight. It's not heavy. It's not cakey. You don't feel like you're weighed down by your makeup. But you still get a long wear out of it, and you still get full coverage without the cakiness. It's easy to set. Dries quickly, but it dries into like a dewy finish. Not necessarily dewy. I would say it's more of a, I don't know what the word is for it. It's not like really dewy. It's just like glossy, like sheen, like, I don't know what the word is. It's not shiny, but it looks like skin. Okay? So I'm getting paler, but we're going to put color back in the face. Don't worry. This is just my color for winter. Okay, so now that's in. You can see how full coverage it is, and see what I mean about it has that natural glow, but it's full coverage. And we put it over our concealer, so we're going to see how that goes today. Then I'm going to get ready to go in with my bronzer. And today I think I'm going to go in Revlon Skin Lights. This is the Revlon Skin Lights bronzer in Sun-Kissed Beam. I'll show you what it looks like. This right here. And I'm going to go in with my bronzer brush. Go at the top of the ear down to the apple of the cheek with just a line there. Just like that. it in. And up on my forehead. Jawline. Chin. Just like that, and blend it into the neck. Okay. Then I'm going to go in some blusher. I'm going to go in with this Shayna B Miami. And this is in the shade Bellini. I've got some blush left on my blusher brush, but probably wouldn't be as dark if I hadn't. Then I'm going to go in with a great big fluffy brush. This is the Morphe M210 Brush. I'm going to go into my translucent setting powder. This is Younique. Get a lot on the brush. And I'm going to blend everything together as I set my face. So really circular motions. I'm holding the brush closer to the tip of the brush because I want to make sure those strokes are nice and firm. This has optical diffusers, so you notice how it got rid of any fine lines and wrinkles, especially on the forehead area, things like that. It's very good powder. Very good powder. It's my favorite translucent setting powder. But just like any other powder, it gets everywhere. Okay. So I'm loving this look so far. Let's do a highlight. I'm going to go in with the Nomad highlight. And this is the Kiss of Sun highlight in the shade Balmoral Beach. And I'm going to use the Morphe E27 brush to use for this. This is what it looks like. Right up there on the cheekbones. Tip of the nose. Ridge of the nose. Cupid's bow. A little bit up here. And here. And that is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Okay. So, let's do some lashes. I'm going to get my lash curler out and we'll curl them. Notice I pulsate on them a little bit. We're going to do the lower lash line while they're curling. And I think what I'm going to do is go in with the brownish color that we used at the very end with a tiny brush. I think I'm going to use this Morphe E19 brush to do that with. It's an angled, concentrated brush. It's more like a liner brush. So I'm going to go in with this color that we used on our brows and on the outer corner. And just connect that outer corner to the bottom lash line. And go all the way up to that pink where we did in the inner corner. And just kind of smoke it out a little bit. Just like that. And then we'll do some mascara. I'm going to go for my OG Epic Mascara. It's my favorite. It's the one I use all the time. And it's just what I'm going to use. It's Viagra for my lashes. And it's just what I go to. So I'm going to put one coat on my lashes first. Just make sure each and every lash is coated first. Okay. Go back in and do the bottom lashes, and I just basically tap and wiggle on those. And while that's drying, before we go back in with the next coat of that, we're going to do some lips. So I'm start with the lip liner, I think. I'm going to start with the lip liner from Younique. It is the Moodstruck Precision Pencil Liner in... Oh, got some mascara hit there. Okay, this is the Moodstruck Precision Liner in Perky. To match that pink there. We're going to just go all out, looking 90s. Or 80, maybe even 80s. We might be pushing it back to the 80s. But who doesn't care? This one right here. Okay. Good God, that's bright. Alright, so we're going to tone it down just a little bit with a nude lipstick. This is the Liquid Splash lipstick in the color Subtle, I believe. And then I'm even going to go in with an even more dramatic look. The Kabuki Professional Crystal Fusion Liquid Eyeshadow. This is actually eyeshadow, but I use it for my lips. And go in the center. And add some sparkle. Because I'm just that extra. And we'll go back in and fix our lashes, and that will be the it. That will be the it. That will be it, the end of the look. I combine those two sentences. You like that? Yeah. So this is the look. I think it's gorgeous. I know it's a lot, but I think it's gorgeous. Check out the lashes and the liner, lips, eyeshadow. I think it's gorgeous. So let me know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss when I upload. And I will be seeing you guys in my next video. Check out the description box for any of the products that I used and links to get them for yourself. I love you so much, and thank you again. Bye!